Hi, Gary here. Had a friend recently tell me that her daughter asked her, "Are we rich?" She asked, "Why are you asking that?" I said, "Well, I typed in our address into Google and it said our house was worth this much money. And then I typed my friend's address in and it said it was worth this much money, which seemed like a lot less. So I thought maybe we're rich." Now it's interesting, and if you go type your address into Google, you'll see, in fact, there's a ton of information about the value of your house from Zillow and, you know, all sorts of stuff. But there's just so much information online that now these young children are seeing all sorts of stuff around money. You know, there were the 3 taboos out there, you know, religion and politics and money. Well, that one is kind of coming down, this last one. So consider your young children teaching them about money sooner than later, because they're already learning about it online and through many other areas. They're a much different age growing up now than we were without the internet and without all of that way back when. So there's a couple things to do, but let's start with a little example. It might help you out a little bit. Let's say you make $5,000 a month. Consider going down to the bank and having them give you 5,000 $1 bills. Now maybe that may be too many, so how about 500 $10 bills in stacks, you know, of 50 each. Bring them home, have the young children in front of you, and then walk them through what happens to this money over a month. So here you got these stacks of tens, and you say, "Hey kids, the first thing we do is $500 goes into 401k plan. It's 10% of the money, and it's this big stack of money right here. Boom, slide it aside." Now, you know, they're going to look at all this money and think you robbed a bank to begin with, but they're going to see it start to dwindle away. Second 2 stacks of money. Hey, that $1,000, that goes for taxes, thing called Social Security, and the federal government does things, and the state government, and you can explain that to them as best as you can, simply, and set that aside. Now we got to pay for this house we live in, and so the mortgage is $1,200 a month, and so there's 2 more stacks, another 20 $10 bills, bam, that sets aside. And you start going through the living expenses, and now you get down to a very little bit of money left at the end of the month. You know, and these young kids are looking at this going, "Gee, I wanted to buy a Lego, and there's not a lot of money there for that." And they start to make some valuations as to what the value of money is. It's very tangible now because you got all these dollars in front of them, helping them to see what the value of money really is. Now, mentioned in other posts, you could go to look at the Savvy Pig, where they can learn about the 4 basics of money: saving, spending, investing, and giving. And it's another very visual, tangible way to start putting money away in a little piggy bank and so forth. But it's a great way to start them off. They're going to see all the stuff educationally on the internet anyway about money, to get them going with really good money habits, and to get them some relationship and understanding what money really is and what its value is to them, both intrinsically and extrinsically. You know, there's 2 different aspects to money in our lives and how that really affects them as well as they go through. So give that some consideration. Hey, we have an event coming up next week. It's our spring cleaning barbecue. We're putting it on jointly with Weiss & Company across the hall, accounting firm. It's going to be a great time. Plan on coming from 10 till 2. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Hope to see you there. Enjoy.